Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Brigade of Flames, chapter 127 now. When we last left off, we got Joker backstory, which was incredibly dark and kind of miserable. We found out that he was, adopted by these Jester people, as a child, abandoned to them as a child, and was, super strong with them, and, was a little arrogant, and so the captain of the Jesters took a special interest in beating the shit out of him, and among other things that I brought up last chapter I don't want to go into. But anyway, Joker left the Jesters at the same time the Kusakabe fire was happening, and then he met up with his family, they took him in, and then the Jesters came and murdered them all. And so Joker, became the Joker we know today. And then we came back to the present, and Joker and Benimaru are getting ready to fight the Jesters. So let's jump right on in chapter 127. We have the cover of the magazine today, with a pretty basic picture, just Shinra having some flame in his hand. We see some other manga on the side. There's Bakemonogatari in the bottom. I don't know the rest of these. They have a full cover page. We are hero, we are family, we are Fire Force. Chapter 127, The Battle-Fronting Knights, is just the 8th Brigade. We see Vulcan, who always looks really weird with red hair. He's always felt like a blonde to me. But yeah, Vulcan has red hair, which is a thing, I guess. Now everyone else, it's the cast of Fire Force. After 127 chapters, you know them by now. Then we have the real cover page with Benimaru doing some weird face. An arrogant face of the king of reckless destruction, Benimaru. Chapter 127, The Battle-Fronting Knights. I already said that. Then we jump right back in where we were with the Jesters. As the captain with his weird, as I called it last week, the Zabimaru sword. Never again will the sun shine upon you. And Joker talks to Benimaru. I'll handle the captain. You handle the rest. Seriously? Couldn't we split them half a... You're not screaming, even with a broken arm. Oh wait, you fucking broke his arm there. Yeah, you're right. And he, throws him to the ground. Is killing the only thing you think about? EI hand sword. First form. Fire moon. And he just continues to blow them away, continuously. And they keep getting up, over and over. It seems you don't care about lives. Yours or your opponent's. And then we're right back with Joker and the Captain, just, staring right into his face, grinning devilishly, with a cigarette. You haven't changed at all. And he spits the cigarette out. But the Captain does some, weird, pose. And something I'm noticing now, the designs, in, this portion of, I don't know if it's all the Jesters or just the Captain, looks kind of like the holes in Haumea's weird bag outfit. So I'm thinking right now, definitely the White Hoods and the Church are one and the same. With everything we've been seeing, the Church having bases in the Nether, closing off the Nether for them to work in, also being where the White Hoods were hiding out. The Jester Captain and Haumea having, the same, shape of their outfits. I'm definitely saying, yeah, they're part of the White Hoods. But of course, a mask doesn't change, does it? It would be best for you to go back into hiding. Look, and Joker, has a bunch of, flaming cards over his head. I'm just looking for someone to play with. Interested? And he shoots some cards at the Captain. And yeah, the Captain, throws his sword and it's going just like Zabimaru, like I said. And, the cards all, bounce off the sword. And they have either the cards are putting the swords aflame, or the Captain is. I can't quite tell. It's the Captain's doing, because Joker's holy fuck, I did not want that to happen. And he's, narrowly dodging all the swords directions. And then it looks like there's a bit of a lull as, the Captain brings the sword back in, and then slices it again at Joker, who barely dodges out of the way, and he's hit by a whole, wall of fire not really a wall, but a whole, burst of fire coming at him. The sword, like, cracks back into place. I can deflect attacks from your whip sword, but your irregular swings generate so many air currents that I can't predict the movement of those flames coming out of your weapon. Did you really think, after escaping your leash, that a boneheaded, untrained mutt like you could stop me? And the captain, like, brings his whip sword out again, which I'm guessing is what it's called. And Joker, like, narrowly dodges it, and this huge explosion rips up right next to Joker, and he is caught by the whip sword. Oh shit. He's, like, fully entangled. And then it's set on fire? 10,000 wild blades of the whip. And yeah, it doesn't look like he's caught on fire. It's just, like, cut open, like, all over him. Oh shit. And yeah, Joker falls to the ground, but gets back up. And the captain, like, stomps on his head. But I won't end this so easily, underdog. I'll continue until all your cards are gone. And he grinds his head into the floor. Or are you ready to quit the game? And the captain notices something with Joker's eye patch. Oh no, Joker is, like, licking the ground. Okay. And then he jumps right back up and smashes the captain's mask in? How the fuck did that happen? What did the licking do? What? Okay, did I miss a page? I'm not entirely sure. Feels like I might have missed a page. But Joker smashes his mask in, and the captain goes, like, falling to the ground. Game? What game, idiot? That's not why I'm here. And we see the captain's face. This is a fight to the death. This fight is not just a game. The dog's fangs are sharp, ready to shred the shadows of his past. To be continued, chapter 128, Together and Alone. And then we see there's another page that's not translated with a bunch of Joker's history, I guess, with his past against the captain and his first introduction, meeting Shinra, fighting Sho, and then this fight's right here. So yeah, this was just a fun ass, like, combat chapter, which is, you know, one of Fire Brigade's specialties is just really, like, kinetic fighting. We saw, you know, the wild fight of Joker fighting, Benimaru fighting, like, 11 of the Jesters. Just by himself, and, like, not even really, like, he's, like, working up a bit of a sweat, but he's not really struggling against him. And then, Joker, why do I keep switching up Benimaru and Joker's names? I don't know why. But Joker's fighting the captain. I'm still not sure why exactly he was licking the ground. Maybe I just missed a page on the Kiss manga version. I'm not entirely sure. But, like, he licks the ground and somehow finds the strength to just stand up and, like, punch the captain. Wait a second. So I'm looking at the page where he punches the captain. And we see his eyes have, like, gone all white. So I'm not entirely sure if that did anything. But it's gone when we see him say this is a fight to the death at the captain. So I'm not entirely sure what that's about. But yeah, that's 127. The fight continues. The mask is broken. Well, the fight has begun. The fight didn't really start till, like, this chapter. There is major movement in the Joker captain fight. Benimaru was just kind of, like, having fun fighting 11 Jesters, which is always fun. Seeing Benimaru fight is always a good time. And then Joker, and that's kind of it. There's not really too much, you know, real progression going on. This is really just fighting and fighting, just because, like, this is a manga about fighting. But still good fighting. Good, as this series always has, like, even through its, like, rockier story bits, like, even through the 5th Brigade arc, even, the fighting is still, like, really fun. Like, there's a certain, like, I don't know if fight choreography is the word you'd use for a manga, but, like, if it is, it's really good in this series, as it's always been. So yeah, I'm kind of going to leave this video here. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. As I said, this is mainly just fighting and more fighting, but I'm really excited to see the fight continue. Joker is looking fucking wild against the captain, and, yeah, so this was just a really fun chapter. Sorry this video is up so late, by the way. I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video. I've been really swamped with homework for the past 2 or 3 days since this came out, but I'm mostly free now, so I'm here to, you know, cover manga chapters, whatever comes out. Whenever I think Silver Spoon's coming back in a couple days, so like I'll be here for that. But anyway, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, drop me a like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass, and I'll see you in the future. Bye.